So in my last video, I lied. I did a fib, and I am so sorry. But I don't actually hate the Jade Winglet designs, especially my boys, Winter and Kibli. I love their designs so much. Winter's design looks very stuck up and posh, but also very pastel emo. And then Kibli's is just fun and poppy with a mix of modern and traditional clothing, sort of. I just love them. I feel like the color pink really suits Kibli. The song September by Earth, Wind and Fire and Hooked on a Feeling by, I'm gonna butcher this name, Bjorn Skiffs and Blue Swede are the vibes coming off of him. When I first started designing Moon as a human, I struggled like you would not believe. I redid it 1,000 times, it was awful, and I eventually settled on the design. I didn't know if I liked it at the time, but as I'm drawing it now, I actually like it. I got rid of her jewelry because it didn't make much sense for her to have, because she just seemed like she wouldn't have anything shiny on her to bring attention to her. I also made her face markings a bit more prominent to be like her teardrop scales. Next is Kinkajou. I think I like Kinkajou's original design, although her hair makes her look a bit like a hairy mountain man, so that was something I changed. And her clothes felt a bit boring. I didn't really know what to add without it being too much though. I definitely wanted to keep her bright colors, but I also wanted to add more than just a single fabric and an excessive amount of bracelets. But after I thought about it for a while, I realized that the jungle is very hot, so it's probably better that she does wear thin clothes and not that much of it. My favorite thing about her is her pigtails. It gives a very immature vibe. I kept Kibli's design pretty much the same, other than his shirt. I didn't like the giant circle hanging off of his shirt. It looked weird. In the end, he kind of looked like a lesbian aunt, but I feel like he would embrace that role, very well. I think Kibli is definitely one of my favorite designs. He just looks so friendly and pretty. I love everything about his design. It just makes me happy. Winter's design stayed the same. I love him. I love everything about his design. It's simple but nice. And yes, I just want to point this out. Everyone likes to mention that his legs are incredibly long. I know. I did it on purpose. He's a lanky boy. His legs be longer than normal. Maybe a little abnormal, but they be long. There's nothing you can do about it. He got long legs. For Peril's hair, I wanted to keep the fiery mohawk like in the original, but in the original it didn't really look like fire so much. It kind of was just fire essence, if you will. So I made it bigger and better and just a whole lot more. I wanted a firing mane or one of those Roman gladiator helmets with the poofy flowy thing on, whatever that's called. I also wanted her to look dangerous and scary, so her design was pretty much just a Roman gladiator, but on fire. I also wanted to add a bunch of jewel symbols all over her to sort of tie back to her being Scarlet's warrior. I just think her redesign sort of thing is a lot better than the other one. It just looks more fierce in what I was going for. I think Turtle has the most noticeable redesign. There was something about his old design that I just didn't like. For one, he looked way younger than the rest of the Jade Winglet, and two, I don't even know what I didn't like about it. So I messed around a bit with it, and I made him chonkier and gave him dreadlocks. He now looks like an old man with a young person's face, but you know what they say about stress. It makes you age or something. I don't know. I just think he looks overall better. I kept most of his design the same, but I did give him slippers and sort of simplified it and made it more clean. I think my favorite thing about his design is his sweater because it looks like a turtle shell. It's cool. I swear it's cool. Now you may be thinking, where's Umber? Why isn't Umber here? Isn't he part of the Jade Winglet? Why yes, my dear friend, he is. But I don't count him. Because he was indeed part of the Winglet, but only for 3 days. And he's not part of the main cast, so I sort of left him out. I'll probably end up doing a Mudwing character human video, so he'll probably be in that one. So overall, I love the rendering of this art piece. It's probably the best rendering I've ever done. And it's definitely better compared to the Dragonets of Destiny one. The background is still to be desired, but it's a slight improvement. I just think it turned out overall amazing. I didn't do too much redesigning with these characters, but I think with the slight changes I made, they're improved. So the next video I'll probably end up doing, you know, the Pantala group of misfits, or they don't have a name, do they? That's weird. They should get a name, like the Plant Destroyers or Fiery Wrists of Spider-Man. I have no idea, but they should get a name. And then after that, I don't really know what to do. I'll probably move on to like villains or something, but if you have any ideas of which group of characters I should turn into humans, let me know. I'll probably end up doing it because I'm bored. Anyway, bye!